I'd never, ever, ever forget Jade. I think about her every day of my life. First of all, Jackiey has been through a lot herself, which everyone forgets. She obviously lost use of her arm and had a motorbike crash and lost people close to her when she was younger, and then she lost her daughter as well. So she has had a hard life. But everyone knows what Jade wasn't shy about her upbringing and the stuff that went on with Jackiey. Maybe at the minute, Jackiey isn't in the right place to see the boys and bring them up because she doesn't make the right decisions sometimes, and she might let the boys get away with things that most parents wouldn't. I think Jeff has just finally had enough now, where he's been doing the right thing, and obviously it's their nan, they love their nan, and it's Jade's mum or whatever, so you can't stop them seeing her. He never wanted to, but I think he's just got to the stage now where he's not really got too much choice because he's just more concentrating on well-being of Freddy rather than making sure Jackie's all right. Obviously it's hard because I'd never ever sit here and slag Jackiey off because I wouldn't ever do that to Jade. It's not fair on Jade. Jade wouldn't like doing that, so she's probably not the best example for him.
And what about with the boys now? Like, how often do you get to see them? Like, do you hang out with them?
A couple of years ago, I was with Bobby a bit, seeing Bobby quite a lot, but now he's gone into EastEnders and he's working quite a bit. It wouldn't have been in this situation if Jade was still here because the boys would be living with Jade, so they wouldn't be living with their dad, they wouldn't have gone to see their nan, the whole argument wouldn't have happened. But obviously, she's not going to be over the moon about what's going on. Her whole life was the main thing was she didn't want her boys having the same upbringing as what she did, which obviously they haven't. They've had a nicer upbringing with Jeff. I think she'd not be happy about it. It's the last thing she'd want, everyone rowing, but she'd probably agree with Jeff. With Freddy, I hadn't seen him for a while because I think it was tough for Freddy, where I'm mostly connected to his mum. I think it was a bit tough for him to see me because it would bring back a lot of memories and it was hard for him, but I think he's ready and in the right place for me to see him. So I have been speaking to him quite often lately, so we are sorting out like, when we're going to meet up, go for some lunch or something. I never believed that she'd actually pass away until literally probably like a week before, when because she, first of all, she's in hospital and you can still talk and she's still like half normal, and then in the last like week she's just sort of struggling to breathe sometimes, and she'd just talk about just like one time she's talking about growing bananas and making millions off growing bananas in a banana field, and I'd sit there for like hours and hours just having a conversation about bananas, and then she couldn't really like wash or brush it, and I had to do everything for her, and then you start realising that this is real, like, and then like the last day is it's just horrible. Because you can hear it, they can't really breathe, so it's like. Obviously, in my head, I've always thought, I met the one, Jade was the one, and I married her, and that was it. I've got no one else that is going to compare to that, but you can't go through your whole life thinking like that. I'm not comparing anyone to Jade. No one can be compared to her, but you have got to move on. But I don't know whether I'd get married, to be honest, because I just don't know if I'd be ready for that, because just the thought of being married and then, again, I know it sounds horrible, I don't want to sound, but it not being Jade, do you know what I mean? Whereas it would just bring back so many memories. I don't know if I didn't like it, to be honest.
Last time I spoke to you, you told me that you were expecting a baby.
Yeah, we was, but unfortunately she lost it. I don't want to go into too much detail because I don't want to bring memories up for her again, but I've always wanted a family, so one day I would like to try again, but just when you go through, as people out there obviously know, you can go through, if you lose a baby, you don't really want it to happen straight away again.
Mother's Day,
Yeah.
which is like around the time she died. Is there anything in particular you will be doing to remember her?
Well, it's usually, I don't really do it on Mother's Day. It's usually the anniversary,
Yeah.
whatever day it falls on. I'll go. I've got a candle over there that we got for our wedding present. I only light it and blow out at every anniversary of Jade's birthday or the wedding or when she passed. And I always spend time over the grave, and there's a few benches over there, so I just sit there and just think about it. Really, just